Hey, everybody. Welcome to Club Helsinki Virtual Open Mic. Hey, Ryder.
Hi, Cameron.
You look very nice tonight in your kitty ears and everything.
Thanks.
And I can't help but notice that Dandy seems to have a bit of a supreme collar happening there in a black robe.
Yeah, what happened was Dandy was very distraught with the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And so, in honor of her honor, we put together this special outfit for tonight.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, quite a loss. Amazing woman. Have a bit of a personal connection with Ruth Bader Ginsburg through my mother. My parents were big supporters and workers with the ACLU in the 70s when Ruth Bader Ginsburg was the head of the new women's discrimination part of the ACLU and championed all those cases against the Supreme Court and won almost all of them. Big hero of my mother's, my family's, our country's, women's, etc. God bless Ruth Bader Ginsburg. All right, so we're going to kick off tonight's show. We got some new people. We got some old people. We got people from all over the place. Got some cool stuff coming up. We're going to start tonight with a bona fide virtual open mic hero, Philip Michael Brooks, coming to us from LA. And then also, I believe from Detroit, Althea, Renee, and Jeanette Harris. So first of all, Philip Brooks, this is part of his continuing fundraiser for Kulak's Woodshed, which is a great venue in North Hollywood. And he has a Bandcamp address. You can find it on our webpage. It's philipmichaelbrooks.bandcamp.com. But you can find that information on clubhelsinki.live. And anything that you purchase, I believe, off of that page goes to the Kulak's fundraiser. And then coming to us from Detroit, Althea Renee and Jeanette Harris collaborate on a Frankie Beverly song called We Are One. This features flute and saxophone, among other stuff. More new great material from around the country. So Philip Brooks and Althea and Jeanette.
I love the summer, everyone's so beautiful in the summer. I love the warmth of the wind, the feel of your skin in the summer. We'll eat cotton candy and ride the merry-go-round, and it's off to build our castles in the sand. We'll go skating in the park, play with the children, listening to a Dixie band. I love the summer, everyone's so beautiful in the summer. Though the autumn's in the air, still there are feelings everywhere. It's the summer. We'll build a fire, play guitar and sing until the sun rises so gracefully. We'll make love until our hearts explode into the arms of embracing ecstasy. I love the summer, everyone's so beautiful in the summer. Yeah, although the autumn's in the air, still there are feelings everywhere. It's the summer. In the summer, in the summer, in the summer. I love the summer, yeah. In the summer, in the summer, in the summer. I love the summer. Well, our folks are leaving without a trace, far away, and I wish that you could come with me. So hold me close, comfort me, we'll wait and see how old we'll be. Come next summer, I'll be standing by our tree. Come next summer, I'll be waiting there, you'll see, hoping you'll come back to me. Come next summer. In the summer, in the summer, in the summer. I love the summer, yeah. In the summer, in the summer, in the summer. I love the summer, yeah. Thank you.
All right. Althea Renee and Jeanette Harris from Detroit. That was wonderful.
Yes,
Philip Brooks from LA. That was wonderful too.
definitely.
Starting off with two wonderfuls, and we got more wonderfuls coming. What do we got next, Ryder?
Okay, so we mentioned Ruth Bader Ginsburg passing, a tragedy for everyone, especially women. But hopefully, we can keep in place all of the legal action that she put into effect in her lifetime. So we have one of the Club Helsinki open mic heroes, Tony Coraldo, um, with a 1 minute tribute to RGB, the notorious RGB, and it's a mashup of Notorious Big's Kick in the Door and Big Papa, and ends with a snippet of the overture of Mozart's The Marriage of Figaro, which was one of RGB's favorite operas. So
Yeah,
he's got all that packed into 1 minute.
1 minute.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's Aunt Hatcher,
Yeah.
ANT. And he, it's home jams with Patrick First, and they're in Harlem. And the song is called Tumbleweed, and it's by the one and only Bill Miller.
Yes, just a comment. Bill Miller is a great American Indian singer, songwriter, guitarist, flautist that we played. And I guess Bill has had a big career on Disney and in the movies. He's very, very well known. I was unaware of Bill Miller until actually our friend Michael D'Antuono brought Bill Miller to our attention. He's an icon in that world. And Aunt Hatcher a few weeks ago gave us a video that was shot in London. It was a very high production video, cool stuff. But this is a shout out from a little closer to home here.
And before we go there, we do have chats coming in. If you want to send us a chat, write to us on the Open Club Helsinki Open Mic Facebook page where we are streaming, or on the YouTube link. So we have Alana Meredith listening or watching, Jane Schaefer,
Hi, Jay.
Brittany. We have Michael Brooks, Susan, and Rick Warren, and Sunny Sandels from the club. So
The
good to
one they are.
hear. Yeah, good to hear from everyone. If you feel like it, please do send us a chat. It makes it more live for everyone.
That's right.
Hey everybody, I'm with my good friend right now from Brooklyn, New York, and his name is Patrick First. I met Patrick when I was I was in London, and I had my place in Camden Town, and Patrick stayed at my house, and it was nice to meet somebody from the States and stuff, because normally I'm like, oh. So we're doing a song right now that I really respect. I traveled everywhere with this song and around the world, and I just look at it as that power song for people that love music and art and really take things into heart, you know what I mean? And it's by a Native American singer named Bill Miller, and he's a great musician. He was inspired by Arlo Guthrie or Woody Guthrie. I can't remember which one, so forgive me, Bill and the Guthries. This song is called Tumbleweed. 1, 2, 3. Far across the Mississippi, out on the open plains, in an Oklahoma cowtown where the sky begins to rain, in a dusty rundown honky-tonk since tipped and tumbleweed, thumbing through some magazine that he can't even read. Now Tumbleweed remembers how the West was won and lost, the Homestead Act and Dust Bowl, everybody paid the cost, and the great white father promised to treat his children all the same, back when Indian Territory was Oklahoma's name. Oh, Tumbleweed keeps rolling, he just roams from town to town. It ain't easy for a half-breed kid to try and settle down. Tumbleweed keep rolling, he just find no place to rest. Yeah, the desert wind blows tumbleweed like some spirit of the West. Well, his boot heels tapping time to an old flat-top guitar. He's an old go-guitar hero. He sings words from the heart, and his tip jar's just a jungle with worn-out dollar bills. He makes his rent and groceries in some local bar and grill. When he starts picking that old guitar, you know the people turn and stare. When he starts singing the songs he wrote, well, there's a magic in the air. 'Cause a song can heal your wounded heart, it can set your spirit free. He can raise your hopes to be the very best that you can be. Oh, Tumbleweed keep rolling, he just roams from town to town. It ain't easy for a half-breed kid to try and settle down. Tumbleweed keep rolling, he can't find no place to rest. Now the desert wind blows tumbleweed like some spirit of the West. So if you cross the Mississippi, head out on the open plain, and you pass through Oklahoma, and the sky begins to rain, and you're feeling kind of rootless, you can't find no place to rest. Just remember Tumbleweed, he's the spirit of the West. Just remember, Tumbleweed, he's the spirit of the West. So if you cross the Mississippi, head out on the open plain, and you pass through Oklahoma, and the sky begins to rain, and you're feeling kind of rootless, you can't find no place to rest. Just remember tumbleweed, he's the spirit of the West. Yo, we ended that kind of funny. Patrick, you a funny motherfucker. Hey, listen, y'all, we love this song. We love to be able to share with you. This is the first time we even tried it. So we're going to enjoy it, see if we can play it with you guys and enjoy it so everybody can join in. Tumbleweed, worldwide. Love you. Fuck Donald Trump. We own the planet. Back to being indigenous.
All right. Wow. Thank you, Ann Hatcher, for the music, the flute, and the commentary at the end there. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you to Tony Coraldo for the 1 minute Ruth Bader Ginsburg memorial rag. All right. So we got some great stuff coming up here. I'm going to tell you folks a little something. So I got this guy I would put in his own category of open mic hero. I would say he is a virtual open mic hero wizard. He's part of the Rare Wizard Club. He's an amazing gentleman. I know he's a man of many names, and I know him as Jong Chub, and he has worked with absolutely everybody in rock and roll, and I say that pretty dang seriously. And anyway, we have a now, one of Jong Chub's many great friends is a icon from the Bay Area named Gabriel Manzo. So Bay Area rock and roll, going back, to the 60s, 70s, 80s, there are a lot of different genres that all sort of fall under Northern California. Latin rock, which was, of course, the most famous Latin rocker is Carlos Santana, most successful, I would say, commercially successful. But Carlos's brother Jorge Santana was a fantastic guitarist. Gabriel Manzo, monster guitarist. There was a band in the 70s called Malo, very big in the Chicano community, California, and internationally. They had some hits. Gabriel Manzo was in Malo, and as was Jorge Santana. We just lost Jorge, I think about maybe around the beginning of the pandemic. He passed. He was in his late 60s. But anyway, there have been a number of bands that came out of that movement of the California Latin rock, Chicano rock. And there is a band now called Manzo Rally that features Gabriel Manzo. It also features his wife, Dawn Livingston Manzo, and some great players. I don't have everyone's name in front of me at the moment, but I believe that some of them came from the Carlos Santana band, and like I said, it's a tight-knit family. So this, and I'm hoping to have some more Manzo Rally and perhaps some Malo in our upcoming shows. This is a new connection we just made with Gabriel. Hopefully, maybe we'll interview Gabriel in a few weeks or something. I would love to talk to him. He's a wonderful guy. So this first song is by the band Manzo Rally. Of course, they were sidelined. I think they were really picking up steam right around the time that the pandemic hit, just like so many of us. But I'm glad to be able to play this video for them. And then after Manzo Rally, we have, I love it when these connections come together. So I lived in New Haven, Connecticut for many, many years, a very lively time in my life, to put it lightly. This band is called Fat Astronaut, and the name of the song is The Artist Struggle. So we have Manzo Rally from California and Fat Astronaut from New Haven, Connecticut.
Mexican boy and he told me, can you help me please set my people free? I met a little Mexican boy and he told me, can you help me please tear these fences down? Abuelita sitting in a corner begging for a dime or two. No benefits in life but a styrofoam cup in her hand. A big brown-eyed little boy looked up at me. He said, follow me, let me show you where I got to live. I couldn't believe there was so much poverty. Everywhere I looked at, they had death in their eyes. Oh Lord, won't you please make me someone to give hope back in their life. Whoa, whoa, Lord, whoa, Lord, set my people free. Whoa, whoa, Lord, whoa, Lord, tear these fences down. All we want is a chance. All we want is a chance. All we want is a chance. I met a little Mexican boy that told me, can you help me please set my people free? I met a little Mexican boy that told me, can you help me please tear these fences down? Abuelita sitting in a corner begging for a dime or two. No benefits in life but a styrofoam cup in her hand. Whoa, whoa, Lord, whoa, Lord, set my people free. Whoa, whoa, Lord, whoa, Lord, tear these fences down.
We're Fed Astronaut. This song's called The Art of Struggle. Hit it. I'm gonna pay my bills, for real. I'm gonna grind my bones, they kill. How are you gonna change your will if your mind is a highway and you're stuck in a byway? Run around on the flat, ass out on a spare tire. When you late for a gig, what gives? What you know about the honest struggle? It's been way too long since I saw your face. Spending most of my nights on places. These faces keep fading away. Never last too long. Fix you too, or I gotta work twice as hard to get half of the accolades. Tell me how you raising the bar when that it's not all in my mind. I swear I'm not feeding you lies, 'cause it's been way too long since I saw your face. Spending most my nights on stages. These faces keep fading away. Never last too long. Not like what we had. Could come be so pure in pages. The moments you gave it. Why you gotta be like that? Yeah. I really wanna get hype right now. All I really want is to get right now. All I really wanna do is say that I'm in love with you. All you really wanna hear is lies right now. I mean, I'ma take to the sky right now. Never looking down to the ground. For whole life, wasn't for the first damn time in my whole life. Never gonna stop till I get it right. It's a struggle. You're all alone on the phone, your car home. There's all you notice in the background. You take the plane across the plains. You want your brain to break the pain, break the muddle. Need a whole damn team for the huddle, but it's all fucked up. The mix, the jump a lot. Work until you're broke and tired out. Smoke until you run low when you're real. It's been way too long. Think I can explain. You found happiness. Loving is almost as testing my taste. Letting go on. Make it hard to move. You can't be back for a praise. It says when you're not alone. Stop wasting, you're wasting your time. Wasting your time. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your
All right, a couple of great videos. Thank you to Monzo Rally and to Fat Astronaut. Great sounds and videos. I just wanted to mention, if Fat Astronaut is watching, I don't know if that's your guys' rehearsal studio. If it is, it's an awful nice rehearsal studio. I used to rehearse down on Chapel Street with my band, and I don't know if you ever heard of Bobby Karate. Bobby was a big deal in the 70s, lead guitarist in New Haven. He was in our band, and Kenzo Ishikawa and a bunch of other notables. But anyway, we shared our rehearsal studio with a rock star from New Haven at the time named Michael Bolotin. And Michael Bolotin was a hard rocker. And He used to play Toads a lot in Arcadia Ballroom. I don't know if that's still in New Haven, but he was a regional star in Connecticut, a hard rock star. And anyway, we shared rehearsal space with him. And then and Michael disappeared for a while, and he came back, and he looked different, and he sounded different, and he had changed his name to Michael Bolton, and became he had a huge career, obviously, Michael Bolton, but it was not the hard rock screaming in your face Michael Bolton that we all love so much. Anyway, that's a little New Haven story for you folks. All right, what do we got coming up next, Ryder?
Well, right now we have Persephone, Queen of the Underworld. She is a little street kitten who Animal Kind helped us with to get her shots, and her siblings as well. And on that note, Animal Kind, the cat rescue and adoption center in Hudson, whose fundraiser we were promoting, has done very well. They made $5,000 over their goal. So thank you to anybody out there who supported them. And we're also open to any suggestions of other special
regional organizations, right?
Regional organizations or causes that would need some promotion. So let us know if you have any suggestions out there.
Yeah, particularly anyone who is doing fundraising or like that there.
Yeah. Exactly. So next up we have Dots Will Echo, the Sinfonia. So Dots Will Echo is a multi-instrumentalist, Barry, and the drummer Kurt, and they're from the Ridgewood, New Jersey area. And what they say is still laboring under the illusion that I'm in a band. That's from Barry. Dots Will Echo did make appearances at the Club Helsinki live open mic, embodied open mic, all the way pilgrimaging from New Jersey. So we're always we're always happy to hear from Dots Will Echo. And they're playing a song called Winter Shade of Pale. And after that, we have the Cyrus Chestnut Quartet with Steve Carrington and Charlie. They're playing Me and Charlie Brown, the song Me and Charlie Brown. Everybody loves that song, so this is going to be fun. And Steve Carrington was born in Baltimore, Maryland. He grew up listening to jazz music, and he started playing the saxophone at age 7. So we're so happy to hear from him again. We saw one of his videos last week, and he's back again this week. So thank you.
We travel life and then go, turn cartwheels across the floor, feeling kinda seasick. The crowd called out for more. Room was humming harder. Ceiling flew away. We called out for another drink. Waiter brought a tray, and so it holds later. Miller told his tale. Face turned ghostly. She said with no reason. Truth is plain to see. Wandered through my playing cards, and I would not let her be. 16, that's a virgin. Headed for the coast, and although my eyes were open, might as well have been closed, and so it was later. Military is dead. Face turn, go to sleep. Why should have pale?
right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thanks so much to all of the artists who have sent videos in this week and all of the weeks. We take submissions every week, and the deadline is at noon on Mondays. And submissions should be made to the clubhelsinki.live website. And we ask that it is preferably a YouTube video. And we have a few more chats coming in. Of course, we're live tonight and every Tuesday. So Jane Schaefer has been listening and enjoying music. Wayne Sheridan.
Hello.
David Grossman, we usually have a video from him, but he took the week off. But thanks for tuning in anyway.
Well deserved.
On the West Coast. And Nia is, of course, listening, and shout out to Nia for connecting us with so many musicians around nationally. Any international artists through Nia, possibly?
Well, Ant Hatcher would qualify as a international artist because his first video he recorded in London. So yes, I would say yes.
Thanks, Nia.
Thank you, Nia.
So what do we have next, Cameron?
All right, so coming up next, we have our friend Vera Kemper. Vera is from Cairo, New York. She is a band leader for a band called Blue Cha Cha. She's a trombonist. She's a singer and teacher and composer and arranger, and the band leader of Blue Cha Cha. This video coming up is she made herself, which a lot of our artists do, and it's a cool thing on the light side of the dark side of the pandemic, or whatever, if you will. But a lot of our musicians, produce their own videos to play on the show. Some are professionally produced, but a lot are homemade, which we love and appreciate. So Vera is doing a rendition of "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," I believe, and it's a cool video. And then after that, we have a great rendition of "God Bless the Child" coming to us from Lady Coco in LA. Lady Coco is a relatively new submitter, great jazz singer from LA, has played a lot of great venues in LA over the years. And then after the song, we caught up with Lady Coco and had a nice conversation with her. So that'll be coming up after that. So first Vera Kemper, and then a song from Lady Coco and a conversation with her.
chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Over the rainbow, birds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
I've always liked this song. Billie Holiday wrote this song. She went out and wrote this song after her and her mother had an argument over 25 cents. She went and wrote, God Bless the Child. And then let's not shall lose. rich relations give a crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but you better not take too much. No. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child who's got his own. Who's got his own. Chris, I'm feeling some keys right about now. You've got a lot of money. Don't you know you got a lot of friends? Always, always hanging around your door. And when the money's gone, the spending ends, they just don't seem to want to come around and check and see how you're doing much anymore. Rich relations give a crust of bread and such. You can help yourself, but Lord knows you better not reach in and take too much. Mama may have, Papa may have, God is a child who's got his own. Thank you.
All right. Hello, Lady Coco.
Hello there. Nice to be here.
Very nice to see you. You're coming to us from Los Angeles, California, right?
Yes, right in the city.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Smoke and all.
we have loved your submissions. We loved Misty a la Coco.
Thank you.
Thought that was great. Johnny Mathis, right? Misty originally?
Yes,
Yeah.
and everyone else until now has done
Yeah,
it. But yeah,
that's right.
you just kind of have to find the version you like and make it your own.
I wonder if Willie Nelson's done that yet.
Oh no.
Maybe not. Hopefully not, right? Cool.
Something should not happen.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's probably one of them. So, yeah, I've been looking over your bio here. You play some wonderful stages and clubs
Yes.
around LA. You know, a lot of our open mic heroes do not play such large places. It's nice to have, we've gotten a nice combination of professionals and amateurs, and
Yeah.
we
I
never.
really enjoy your show. I really do. You never know what's going to come up next, and I think it's the element of surprise that makes it so so nice. I
All
like
right.
it.
Very cool. Yeah, we just throw it out there, and people throw us back all sorts of stuff. It's pretty organic process.
Yes.
And lots of great artists from all over the country, all over the world. A couple of weeks ago, we had a guy from Denmark, who's a sort of a internet YouTube star in his own right. And we had our first transnational interview, like we're having with you this time. We had with him in Denmark, and
Okay.
that was fun. So jazz is definitely your bailiwick, yeah.
Yeah, jazz. Sometimes it takes you a minute to kind of figure out what genre really speaks to you. And jazz, it became quite apparent that that's kind of what I was feeling, even when I still try other styles, especially during my shows. I'm crazy. The audience never knows what I'm going to do. So, but I always come back to the jazz vibe. So, yeah, something I've learned to really appreciate. I always thought blues might be it because my parents were so into blues, like you wouldn't believe, coming up, and I hated it. I had no appreciation for what they were doing. But if I had only recorded some of the stuff they were putting down on the front porch on a Friday night,
wow,
I'd be a rich woman right now.
And wow, and that was in Los Angeles?
No, that was actually in Central California, a town called Fresno.
Oh, I know Fresno well.
You know Fresno? Yeah,
Yes,
I was
I
born and raised in Fresno. And so, yeah, I'm a country girl. I'm a
All right.
country.
Here's a blues connection that you and I might have. Are you familiar? Well, he was known, a man by many names, but in another life, he was known as Fillmore Slim. You familiar?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Fillmore Slim, I played with Fillmore Slim for years.
Okay.
I played Hammond organ for him. And
Hammond, dude, I could use you sometime. You play
all right.
Hammond? Come on, man.
I have a Hammond sitting there waiting for me in LA at the Vortex.
Okay.
And
we'll have to hook up there meet up there one of these times when we can.
I think that we should do that. That's right. But Fillmore, to his credit or not, anyway, Fillmore was very famous as the world's biggest pimp during, and not, whatever. I didn't know that when I first started playing music with him, and everyone was like, "Don't you know who that is? That's Fillmore Slim. He just got out of jail." And I'm like, "I know him as Clarence Guitar Sims. He was trying to retool himself, but it didn't work in the Bay Area." So Fillmore Slim was a very, very famous character in the Bay Area. Willie Brown was Slim's lawyer. Willie Brown, of course, mayor of San Francisco.
Yeah, I know Willie. Yeah, that's funny. That's hilarious. So you got some stories.
I do. I have a few stories. And Fillmore also lived in Fresno. He lived in Oakland, but he also lived in Fresno. He recorded a couple albums down there in Fresno.
Okay, all right. We may have crossed paths. I've been gone from Fresno now for over 40 years.
Yep.
I moved from there when I got married. I married a native Angelino, believe it or not, and so I've been here ever since.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a more fertile ground for jazz than Fresno, right?
Definitely. Even though, there's a market there. They're hungry. You know what I mean? Musically. They're very hungry musically. Me and my band, we've actually traveled there. We did a show at a winery right outside of Fresno in a city called Madera.
Oh, yeah.
There's a beautiful winery there. And we put on a whole little jazz festival, and they came out, brought their own chairs, food, whatever. And they enjoyed it, invited us back. There have been some private parties that we've actually gone up there to do. So they definitely want the music. They just don't always have access to, have live musicians come up there. But, I'll try to go there every now and again just to visit back home,
I bet. And of course, the vineyards, well, everything's upside down now, but a lot of new and big money vineyards up there in that neck of the woods, Central Valley, right?
Definitely. So when things return to some sort of normalcy, I'm pretty sure we'll do one of the venues up there again. We actually have traveled as far as Napa. They had a jazz festival in Napa that we performed at, a couple of years ago. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a well-heeled crowd up there in Napa, huh?
Yeah. What was funny is it turned out we didn't know who the other bands were going to be, but we just do us. Lady Coco and Rhythm and Black, we do what we do. So we show up there, and we realized we were the only like jazz/soul group on the lineup. So the band that was supposed to close out, they were late. They were running late. So we went on, and then they showed up while we were on, and then they didn't want to go on after we finished. They were like, we can't follow them. What's wrong with you guys? So they didn't want to play, but we had a blast. We had a good time there. It was a real nice mix of music that night.
Excellent. So I used to live in Tehachapi, California.
Okay.
And we had a music venue there. My wife and I, my wife grew up in Tehachapi. Tehachapi, well, more so than Fresno, extremely conservative and cowboy and all sorts of interesting elements up there in Tehachapi. But we started sort of a lefty kind of coffee house, and we had amazing musicians come through. Not a lot of jazz. But lots of rock and roll people came up from LA.
I bet great acoustic performers. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had Paul McCartney's acoustic guitarist. I can't remember the guy's name. He was fantastic. And we had a bunch of great people because it's on the road between LA and San Francisco, so we would get great Wednesday night and Thursday night shows. Little Tehachapi just didn't know what hit it, man. Suddenly we were doing all sorts of cool stuff. It was called Mama Hilly Beans. It was pretty well known there for a couple of years.
Mama Hilly Beans, okay.
Mama Hilly Beans, yes indeed. So go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's cool. I just have this whole picture in my head of the place, and like when it was filled up and the music, just a cool vibe. I could just picture that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We had I had a band up there called Cheap Yellow Mustard, and it was a instrumental jazz fusion band. Really good band, actually. We did some very cool stuff. It's sort of been compared to some of Santana's. It's a very Santana type sound.
Nice.
We had a great Chicano percussionist guy and great drummer and great lead guitarist. And are you hip to Tom Scott, the great horn man from LA? Yeah. You know about Tom Scott, right? Yeah, so Tom came and played with us at Mama Hilly Beans and knocked some sax solos. Yeah, Tom Scott is like an institution in arranging, producing the horns for Steely Dan, Joni Mitchell, George Harrison, on and on and on. And all the great Sanford and Son, I believe, was Tom Scott, and Streets of San Francisco. There were a bunch of TV themes he did too.
Okay, all right. That was one of my favorite TV themes, Streets of San Francisco. Yeah.
Me too. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. So you're not. I assume you have not been out playing in public for a while, right?
No. In fact, we did our last actual concert the week, just a few days before they shut everything down here. We did a show. It was in early March at the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center. It's in an area called Leimert Park.
Yep.
In fact, right now there's a push to kind of rename the area Africa Town, but it's the heart of the cultural African-American cultural community. It's Leimert Park. There's art galleries there, the World Stage. Have you ever heard of the World Stage? It's a theater. They have just amazing performers and jam sessions there that happen. Nice coffee houses and so on. Well, Barbara Morrison, legendary blues singer, she opened a performing arts center there, nice little intimate theater, state of the art. So we did a sold out show there, and it was great. And next day, I got a phone call from Catalina Bar and Grill in Hollywood. You've heard of that one.
Yep.
They had heard about the show we had just done and wanted us to come the following Saturday to do that show there. But of course, a few days later, things were locked down. The city locked it down. So, that put everything on hold. So in terms of that level shows, we really haven't done it since March. So I've kind of gotten real creative, and what has kind of developed into, I'm calling it my front porch series.
Excellent.
I'm actually performing on my front porch. We have the whole little setup. People come and hang. They bring their chairs. They sit in the driveway and just kind of hang out. I serve them mimosas and chicken wings, and we.
That's right.
You got to do what you got to do, and so that's kind of what I've been doing that quarterly now. So it's kind of taking on a life of its own. So, I got to keep the music. I have to get it out of my soul somehow. So that's kind of what I'm doing, and so. Friends are really appreciating. Our neighbors drive by. Yes, it's too quiet
Wonderful.
over here. So
Wonderful. All right. Well, I'm glad you're keeping busy and keeping it going on.
Yes, very much so. The music never stops.
All right. Well, listen, it's wonderful talking to you. I think we need to wind this up.
Okay.
And look forward to playing your videos on the show, and keep on doing what you're doing.
All right, very good. And when things open up, who knows where our paths will meet.
That's right. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other sometime, Lady Coco.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Lady Coco.
Yeah, thank you. We have a few chats that have come in. Creality TV, Cassidy Mays.
Our friend, I am so glad she is doing well tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good to hear from you. And Emilia James, good to hear from you. Alana Meredith is still watching. And all of our other chatters, thank you so much for sending us messages.
Hello, Northern California, Northern New York State, Southern America.
And everything in between.
Everything in between. So couple things I wanted to mention. So Facebook announced last week their changes. They're not allowing people to live stream music anymore, which is going to change our format a little bit. It's really not a big deal. We can post the links to where the show will be. We can post them on our Facebook pages. So you can just follow the links, I believe. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Tonight, we are also webcasting on Periscope and Daily Motion for the first time. And we also, starting next week, we're going to have a new watch page on the website, which is clubhelsinki.live, and it'll be a dedicated watch page. You'll let us know about that. All right, so this next little thing we submitted, this is submitted from my partner, Deb, in particular. This guy, he's talk about categories of heroes. This is, I might say, the ultimate Club Helsinki hero, just flat out in the universe kind of thing. And he's going to have some words of wisdom for us coming up. So this is a great Helsinki hero, Bob. We'll just call him Bob. All right, take it away.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Theme Time Radio Hour. I'm your host, Bob Dylan. To paraphrase Alexander Dumas in The Count of Monte Cristo, I'm so delighted to see you again. It makes me forget for the moment that all happiness is fleeting. You may wonder what brings us back after so long with an all-new episode of Themes, Dreams, and Schemes. Well, the answer is simple. Recently, I met some distillers and blenders, and together we cooked up our own brand of Tennessee bourbon, double barrel, and straight rye whiskey. Maybe you've read about it. It's called Heaven's Door. Now, I'm not going to pull your coat too much about it, because me telling you how good it is like trying to tickle yourself. It just doesn't work. It'd be a good idea to do an episode of Theme Time all about whiskey. There's no shortage of songs, and it has been fun to get the gang back together. Though it's been so long, I'm not even sure if we should call it Theme Time Radio Hour anymore. I mean, does anybody still have a radio? Some folks might even be listening on a smart toaster. I don't know. Theme Time Device Hour just doesn't sound right. Tell you what, we're going to keep the name and not worry about where you listen to it. So let's crack open a fresh bottle of Heaven's Door, and we'll learn where NASCAR came from, and what exactly is meant by coming through the rye, and a whole lot more.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Wild. Have a glass of Heaven's Door whiskey. Boy, amazing. Wonderful. Thank you, Bob Dylan, for those words of wisdom.
Yes. So next we have a hot submission from Outer Mongolia.
That's
Whoa.
right.
This video is going to enlighten us a little bit about the tradition of the Mongolian warrior. It's the Mongolian throat singing.
Right.
And also the playing of the horsehead fiddle, which is very unique playing technique, not anything Western that we typically think when we think of playing the fiddle.
Right.
So pay attention to the technique. I'm sure it will fascinate you.
Yeah.
This tradition goes all the way back to the times of Genghis Khan. So we're happy to have this video tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something you don't hear every day, huh, Redder? Love it. I love that sound. So let's see, coming up next, we got two great videos. The first one is coming to us from Hollywood. This is a 5-year-old, calls himself Little Matic, or Matic, I think, Little Matic. Matic. And it's gotten a lot of action out there in YouTube land, and it's just incredibly sweet and incredibly cute. And it's about the need for hugs. And then after that, we got the great Cedric Watson. Cedric is a Club Helsinki performer, wonderful performer. I think I caught one of his shows at the club. It was just amazing. He's carrying on incredible traditions from Louisiana, particularly, but the Deep South, blues, folk, violin, all sorts of cool stuff, Creole, Cajun, wonderful sound. So coming to us from Hollywood, the 5-year-old wonder, Little Matic, and Cedric Watson from Louisiana.
With the coronavirus going on right now, and the world is being upside down, I can't wait to hug my family and friends again. I love hugs. I love hugs. Tonight's gonna be a wonderful night. We're gonna snuggle and hold each other tight. I love your hugs. I love you so much. Tonight's gonna be a wonderful night. I love hugs. I love hugs. Now hug to the left. Now hug to the right. Now slide. Now slide. Kick with me, kick with me, kick with me, kick with me. Everybody turn around. Everybody turn around. Tonight's gonna be a wonderful night. We're gonna snuggle and hold each other tight. I love your hugs. I love you so much. Tonight's gonna be a wonderful night. I love hugs. I love hugs. I love hugs. Okay, everybody, let's do the dance right now. Let's go. Now hug to the left. Now hug to the right. Now slide. Now slide. Kick with me, kick with me, kick with me, kick with me. Everybody turn around. Everybody turn around. Whoa! Tonight's gonna be a wonderful night. We're gonna snuggle and hold each other tight. I love your hugs. I love you so much. Tonight's gonna be a wonderful night. I love hugs. I love hugs. I love hugs. I love hugs.
Went out last night just to make a little round. I met the little Sadie and I shot her down. I ran back home and I jumped in the bed. 44 smokeless under my head. Woke up the next morning by the 5:15. The hacks and the buggies waiting in line. Pimps and the gamblers standing around to haul little Sadie to the burial ground. done. I grabbed my hat and away I run. I made a good run, but a little too slow. They overtook me in Jericho. Standing on the corner and ringing a bell. Up jumped the sheriff from Thomasville. He says, young man, is your name Brown? Remember the night you shot Sadie down? Oh yes sir, my name is Lee. I murdered little Sadie in the first degree. First degree, second degree. If you got the paper, won't you read it to me? The judge and the jury, they took their stand. Judge had the papers in his right hand. 41 days, 41 nights, 41 years to wear the ball in stride.
All right. So we got our animal friends with us. There's, who's that, Russ?
Oh, this is Hieronymus.
This is Shadow Boy.
Hi, Shadow.
Who's that?
Like a kitty.
It's
Oh boy.
getting a little creamy, but he wanted to say hi to everybody. So.
Okay. I think we have Rick Warren left, right?
I believe so.
And Decibel Fairies is my band, for many of you who don't know. And we're going to have a little teaser video for you next week. But for anybody in the Hudson Valley of New York area, we will be having a live show with the full band.
Right.
Now, this is going to be the only time the full band has played since March, and it will probably be the only time that the full band plays until sometime in 2021. But we are celebrating the completion of an album and a big video. We're calling it a musical novella, in fact.
It's going to be
so
great.
All that's coming up. The show will be Friday, October 2nd in Woodstock, New York at the Colony music venue outside in the back in the beer garden grill area. So I'll let you know about it again next week, but we would love to have any friends come. There's tables spaced away far apart from each other. It's a nice and safe environment for eating, drinking, and hearing some music.
Yeah, wonderful. I really hand it to them. Congratulate them for doing that, doing it safely. They have the space, and yeah, please spread the word. It's like one of the only great real live music outdoor events we can do these days, and they're doing it right down there. And the Dust Bowl Fairies are doing it right. So join in and support the cause, folks. Show up and have some great have a great time down there. All right, so where are we at? Are we at the end of our show?
Yeah, Rick Warren.
Wow. All right. Okay. Lightning Rick Warren. And see, what do I got to mention? Yeah, clubhelsinki.live is our webpage. Artist contact information is there. If you scroll down and explore the page, there's all sorts of things. There's photo galleries, there's contact info, there's submission forms, et cetera, et cetera. And what a wonderful night.
Mm-hmm. And thanks for everybody who's been sending us chats. We just heard from Keith and Alana again, and Nia and Wayne, and so many people from all over the country and the world. So good to hear from you.
Yeah, and we send our condolences to Big Joe Ortowski and his family. They're sitting Shiva, and it had to do with the video. There was a video played a couple weeks ago that was part of all of that. Anyway, best to everybody there, best to everybody out there, and we'll see you next week.